Okay, so we're diving deep today into this AI platform, DeepSeek. You've been sending us some articles and notes on this. Seems like it's piqued your interest. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of buzz around it. Definitely worth taking a closer look. So from what I'm gathering, you want to really understand what it is, how it stacks up against, the big players in the AI world. Like,
Right.
how does it actually compare?
I think the biggest thing that jumps out is that DeepSeek is open source.
Okay, yeah, that is something we see in your notes.
And that's huge, especially in the AI world.
Okay, so break that down for me a bit. What makes open source so significant in AI?
Well, think of it this way with open source developers, they have access to the code, they can tinker with it.
So it's not just about using it, it's about being able to actually see how it works, right?
Exactly. They can modify it, customize it, even integrate it into their own projects.
Wow, that's a game changer.
It is. It really fosters this spirit of collaboration and rapid innovation.
So anyone can contribute, essentially, like a global team effort.
Yeah. And, you're someone who loves to get hands-on, so I think you'd appreciate the practical implications of that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so we have accessibility, we have this potential for rapid development,
Right.
but how does DeepSeek actually perform?
Well, your notes mentioned some pretty impressive performance metrics.
Yeah, especially with this DeepSeek v2.5, right?
Right. It's ranking really high on a line bench.
A line band.
It's like a benchmark they use to evaluate the reasoning capabilities of AI models.
Okay, so it's not just, spitting out text. It's about how well it can actually understand and follow instructions.
Exactly. And DeepSeek v2.5, it's in the top 3.
Wow, top 3.
Yeah. And in some tasks, it's actually even outperforming GPT-4.
No way,
Yeah.
GPT-4, that's like the gold standard for a lot of people.
I know, right?
So DeepSeek's beating it in some areas. What areas specifically?
Well, it seems to excel in mathematics, coding, and complex reasoning tasks.
So it's like having this super intelligent assistant who can crunch numbers, write code, and think things through all at the same time.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
really designed for those problem-solving, logical thinking kind of tasks.
That's incredible. You know what else I found interesting? The whole thing about DeepSeek's context length. It's like 128K or something, right?
Yeah, 128K, that's huge.
I get that it's significant, but I'm not quite sure what it means practically.
Okay, so think of context length as the AI's short-term memory.
Okay.
The amount of information it can hold in its mind at once.
I see.
Most models, they have a pretty limited memory, but DeepSeek with its 128K, it can process huge amounts of data all at once.
So that's why I can tackle these more complex tasks.
Yeah, exactly. Analyze a whole research paper, understand a really complicated set of instructions.
It's like the more it can remember, the more it can understand and do. So, okay, to recap, we've got an AI platform that's open source, meaning tons of potential for collaboration. It's performing at incredibly high levels, even surpassing some of the industry giants in certain tasks.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it has this massive context length, allowing it to really wrap its head around complex information. It's a lot to take in. But I have to ask, what do you think this means for the future?
That's the big question, isn't it? I mean, DeepSeek is just one example of how fast the AI landscape is changing.
Yeah, and open source is a big part of it, it seems.
Absolutely. It's like a shift in power. Innovation isn't just happening behind closed doors anymore. It's out in the open, and anyone can contribute. But that comes with its own set of challenges, too, right?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. It makes you think, what does this mean for AI in our lives?
Yeah.
How will we interact with it?
Big questions, and DeepSeek is right at the heart of it.
It's fascinating stuff. Thanks for breaking it all down for me. To everyone listening, keep exploring DeepSeek. See what you discover and let us know what you think. This deep dive is really just the start of a much bigger conversation. Until next time.